We're back, RJ.
We are back. I am fresh from vacation. I am as tan as I'm going to get, and I'm ready to talk Transformers again.
You begin. What are we doing here? What's on this table?
So today is the Soundwave deck profile that people have been asking for about a week now.
Major Soundwave.
Major Soundwave,
right.
Major Soundwave from Siege 1. And this is what we came up with for the most part. So let's just go right into it and get into it.
Want to start off with actions?
Sure. Well, first, I guess we'll start off with the characters, obviously.
Sure.
We have Major Soundwave, 11 stars. Raider Detour, 4 stars. Raider Ravage, 5 stars. And Raider Laserbeak, 5 stars.
And why is Raider Detour 4-star very important to note?
This is the most important card in the deck, by the way, folks.
Yes.
Because it is the only card that can go here. Roadhugger absolutely, positively cannot go here.
Why not maybe possibly Private Tote?
What does Tote do on this side?
What does Tote do?
So, stealth on this side. This side, scrap a black card from your hand, untap one of your characters that has 6 stars or fewer. It's a consideration. Black is a little scarcer than blue in this deck.
Absolutely.
Plus
the blues you have are probably trash to begin with.
Right.
You might want to throw away.
And a little less potent. Not that makes a huge difference, but it could, especially against orange.
Not a very offensive tap ability.
Right.
As far as Laserbeak and Ravage go.
Right.
What are the other 4 options? It's Stormcloud?
Yep. That's the green one, right?
That's Visper. Or are they both?
I think they're both green. One gives bold, which you're not going to use in this
Detour
deck.
is the best option.
Right. Detour, you're going to tap, scrap a blue, and draw 2 cards. It's a pep talk. So yeah, clearly the best option.
What's Laserbeak do?
Laserbeak, tap Laserbeak down, play secret action.
Are you ever going to use Laserbeak's tap ability?
Me personally, no.
Me personally, no.
Then Ravage is tap to ping one, and he's the one that has 4. If your enemy has 4 or more defense, you do 2 to that instead.
4 or more defense.
It's going to be
really
like
difficult. Prime BL with the Ion Blaster.
Right.
And if the truck road, it's like surprise, take 2.
Really difficult to get off. If you have your opponent down to 1, I mean, I would absolutely use his tap ability.
Yeah.
Laserbeak, no. Detour, yes. Soundwave does not have a tap ability.
And Ravage is probably going to be the primary target for Inferno Breath?
Yep. Because you're doing 3 regardless.
And why can't you use it on Detour?
Because it is 5 stars or more.
Okay. And you want to actually utilize Soundwave's ability for when he attacks, you want to tap the 2 Spy Patrols, not a Spy Patrol.
Correct. Yeah, we don't really care about Detour here. It is...
He's literally a decoy.
Yes.
Okay. Do you want to talk about actions or upgrades first?
Let's go with...
For those of you at work, this is RJ's deck, and this is my deck. And we're going to try to...
So I did make 1 change. I don't have my whole set of cards with me, but we'll talk about that as we go.
You don't have them on the board? You want to grab them? What do you have? What do you need?
Calculator Strike here. Too.
Keep them out of there.
Yeah.
Unprepared, folks.
So, I tested with this a little bit, and while it is good in this deck, I do believe Calculator Strike's better. It's useful on Laserbeak, whereas Surprise Attack's only good on Detour or Ravage.
So Calculator Strike turns Laserbeak into a 4 Pierce 4?
Yep. And especially on those turns where you can...
Attack with him twice.
Yes. That's 8.
8 Pierce 8?
That you're not going to do anything about. Let's go over the upgrades first, because there's one I want to talk about that...
Upgrades first.
That I used and I took out almost immediately. 3 handheld blasters, self-explanatory. You're just using them for the pips.
So I will put them aside.
3 Energon Axes. Great card, obviously. Use it for the Pierce.
I have reduced it to.
Mm-hmm. Why 2?
I have other actions that you don't have, or I buffed up actions somewhere else. And chances are, if they're damaged, they're probably going to die anyway.
Right.
This is just for him.
Right.
Having 2 options is great. Having 1 is a bad idea. 3 overkill?
Maybe. My thought is I like to see this card. If I have 3 of it, I'm going to see it more often. And even if these guys die, like if you put this on Laserbeak, now he's a 5 Pierce 4. And if he's going to die anyway, at least you're getting 4 through. Personal preference.
But then that brings you to the next weapon, which you should talk about.
Is Laser Cutlass.
Yes.
3 of those no matter what.
Right.
This is my favorite card in the set so far. So good. So good in any blue deck. Doesn't really do anything for Laserbeak except give him 1 extra Pierce, whereas these little guys, you're getting all 3 Pierce.
Maybe Detour can actually push some damage through.
Right. Can't put it on Soundwave, obviously, because 7 stars or less. Let's see. So
One
that's...
left?
1 weapon left. Yeah, Scoundrel's Blaster. 2 of them.
Why not 3? Overkill. Good call.
Overkill, yeah. I mean, certain matchups, it's not doing anything. It's just 2 extra damage. As you'll see, this deck is heavily focused on Pierce. So that's all the weapons. So we're going to move into the armors. 3 reinforced platings.
3 reinforced platings.
Obvious. 3 smoke cloaks.
3 smoke cloak. Now, why did we choose smoke cloak over sparring gear?
All blue, survivability, and we like the black pip for Pierce. Don't want to see the orange on the defensive flip, and as you can see in this deck, there is absolutely 0 orange in it, so you're never going to see it. Smoke cloak is tough one for those that don't know, and it's an armor. I believe they are my only armors in the deck.
Correct. 6, yeah.
And also, we're I think using smoke cloak over sparring gear is because of Soundwave's native ability, which gives his spy patrol +1, which is like a built-in tough. So we're not necessarily concerned about that extra tough. Obviously, it would be nice, but we're trying to keep it thematically blue. Yeah. So let's go to the utilities, which I believe we only have one of.
Only one.
3 field communicators.
And why did we blast 3 and not like 1 or 2?
Soundwave's a specialist. Detour's a specialist. Super strong plays with field communicator popping into some of these actions, and even the upgrades, obviously. But the actions are more impressive when you get them off. Good with upgrades, I believe.
Yes, that's it. We're done for upgrades.
So, so one of the questions on Facebook was, why no microcapacitor?
Yes. I will go put the card away.
Yeah. So microcapacitor, blank pip, utility, play it on. I think it's anyone, right?
I think it's anyone. But when you use their tap ability, you discard it and untap him.
Yep. So after 1 game of testing, I didn't like it at all. And again, we can go through these. Tap, play, secret action.
Because you're not really trying to use his tap ability, and you're not really trying... Well, you're trying to use these 2, but is it worth a blank card in the deck? 3 blank cards in the deck?
Exactly.
I don't think so.
Tap, play, secret action, just play the secret action.
Right.
Tap, ping, play underhanded tactics if that's the case.
Right.
Tap, pep talk. Right. Because you're only using the microcapacitor to tap. It doesn't give you a +1 or anything, and I think it's useless.
That might be for other... Micromasters in the future, maybe 6
right.
too. Maybe you could utilize them in a 6-wide deck or a 4-wide of them.
Right. Sealed, there's probably some use for it too, obviously.
A deck that's dependent on them. And sealed, yes.
Yeah. So then that was the only thing I had about that. Let's go into the actions. I play 2 calculated strikes.
Leading off with calculated strikes. So do I. Good choice that you swapped.
Yeah. So it's a lot better than surprise attack because this actually gives you the +2, Pierce 2. For someone like Laserbeak, Pierce 4.
For the situations where... For some reason, it's like this, and it's time for you to go. You play the strike on Beak, tap with Beak, tap with him, untap Beak, untap him, tap with Beak again, Pierce, 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 Pierce.
Right. Not a whole lot they're going to do about that. Next action, I have 2 Inferno Breaths.
You have 2 Inferno Breath. I jumped up to 3. I want to see the card. I don't mind playing 3 to land it wherever I want, as I want, because I really don't care about Ravage's 1. Right. Even if it was a 2, it's like a... Maybe I'll pull that 2 out, but it's usually just 1. I'd rather turn it into a 3.
Right.
Plus, I can still, if there's ever that situation where that's happening, I could just Inferno Breath him, play that, untap both, blah, blah, blah.
Again, personal preference. I might go through it more and realize Joe's right and add another one to my deck.
Play test.
Yes. 2 Vaporize. Next up.
I have 0 upgrade removal.
Okay. Why is that?
I have that side decked as a disarm. I figured I should be going fast enough to not care about their upgrades. I don't care about their tough. You enjoy what you want. If I'm not doing pierce damage, I'm probably already losing anyway.
Right.
What am I worried about? Weapon Battle Masters?
Yeah. Disarm. Like you said, sideboard. So
if I see a Battle Master, then game 2 and 3 it's going to be disarm. If not, it's going to be like bugs or something like that. That's not going to do anything for me.
Right. So again, more play testing. This is just what I came up with right off the top.
And you don't care about force shield because you're going to be popping like 3s and 4s constantly, not 7s and 8s.
Right. Exactly. Yeah, so that's probably the first cut if and when we make that decision.
And I think I'll show you what I cut in place of that.
Yeah. Next up,
why don't you do it right now?
Yeah,
in place of your Vaporize, I'm pretty sure I tossed in 2 Callous Leaderships.
Yep, and that was my thought of going in as well.
It is great to send Soundwave at some point for no reason, land some damage on him, and send 5 right over to Detour. And that brings the deck to 5 whites from originally 3.
Because, again, we literally do not care about Detour.
We want him to get punched in the face. He was not good to us at the last party. He didn't cover the bill, so now it's on him. So that's my choice in place of Vaporize.
Yeah, and that'll probably go in mine, too, at some point eventually. I do like that card as well. Next up, 3 swap missions.
3 swap missions.
Almost 0 play in waves 1 and 2. I think this is borderline the most important card on the deck.
This is a great card to use for this deck. So what's the play here?
So first off, for you guys that don't know, swap mission says untap one of your tapped characters, then tap one of your untapped characters.
So what's the worst case scenario? For some reason you sent them all out and they survived somehow. So luckily you could just swap missions here. Attack, attack, attack.
Yep. I'd even make the play, and I think I have on occasion, where Soundwave is tapped for whatever reason. Soundwave's tapped because you attack with them, and then these 2 guys are untapped. So I would play swap missions on Ravage to untap and get 2 extra attacks with Laserbeak and extra attack with Ravage.
Write that down.
This is a really good card.
Wait, let him write it down. All right, that's good.
Great card in this deck.
Agreed.
It is the most important card in this deck. Next up, I have 3 battlefield reports.
3 battlefield reports. Before we start talking about why there are 3, what other secret actions do you have? Let's do secret actions all at once.
Sure.
How many do you have in the deck?
Me, right now, 5 total.
Okay, same as me.
Yeah, 2 hiding spots, which is my other favorite card from this set so far.
All right, now why did you choose a 3 of battle report?
3 of because it's our only draw in the deck so far. It's blue.
And there's nothing they can do about it. At least Pep Talk, they have a chance to mess with your hand.
Exactly.
Battlefield report, they do not. And you can filter out the double blues for defense, maybe.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Because as you can see, there is a lack of green in the deck, so you don't have a lot of swap options. So you need something to get the blues out of your hand, potentially.
Correct.
This is an okay card. It's in there mainly for the draw. It's my opinion, if you're going to play a secret action, maybe except hiding spot, that you should probably play 2 secret actions. If your opponent's rifling through your scrap pile and only sees 2 battlefield reports and nothing else late in the game, they probably know the 3rd one's going to be a battlefield report, so why do you care? At least here you're keeping them guessing, so they never know who to attack into. This hiding spot will win you games. Your opponent's loaded up.
One more time, read out loud because I don't think people know the timing of it.
So after your opponent chooses an attacker and before they choose a defender.
So as soon as they go, blah blah into, you have to like stop them, cut them off at into before they make their decision. But if you only have 2 tap characters, doesn't matter. You could be like, you can't. But 3 tap characters, you have to stop them.
So that is on them though, correct? Like if they keep going, like Soundwave into blah 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 blah, and they just go too fast for you.
It's too fast. Too bad. You speak too fast.
Right. Exactly. That's on them. So when this is revealed, one of your character gets stealth until the end of your turn.
And they can't say, oh, you didn't reveal it fast enough. No, wrong.
Right. This is my second favorite card of the set. It is awesome.
Why not 3 of these?
They're essentially black. They are black pips. They're blank pips as well.
Black pips, yes.
They're great to see on offense. They're not doing anything for you on defense.
So from a rough point of view, on your side, I see 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blanks on defense.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep.
And for me, that's 2 callous leaderships that makes 9 blanks. So a little less than quarter of the time, damage is going to get through on defense.
I don't really consider this a negative on defense because if you hit it, you're probably flipping for 2 more blues.
You're hopefully hitting 2 more blues, but you could do black or white. And there's a very small chance. Yes.
Right. This is used mainly. I use it personally to save Laserbeak. I think Laserbeak is the unsung hero of this deck. If you have to send him in the Soundwave, it's 15 health, 2 defense on both sides.
15 health on both sides.
Yeah. He's tough to get through. So I'd rather send someone to Soundwave and save Laserbeak because Laserbeak just...
Even especially if you have the callous leadership in hand. Mm-hmm. That way you can transfer it back to Detour.
Yep.
So good on the secret actions. 5?
Yep. 5. Or 3, 2. Yep, yes. 5. 3, the bigger they are.
Because duh?
Yeah, obviously.
What does this turn Laserbeak into? A monster?
Yes, this is... Well, so last week with my Soundwave deck, I was facing Jake, and I thought he was going to leap over the table at me. Laserbeak had Scoundrel's Blaster on him.
Show them.
Yep, so that's 4 right off the bat, and then bigger they are. So that is 2, 4, 6, Pierce 6. It was on one of the turns where Soundwave was able to attack, and I was able to attack with Laserbeak twice. So that's 12, Pierce 12 in one turn. Jake was not happy. Jake, I apologize if you're watching this.
I think this would be great against the 3-wide Optimus Prime decks because they're going to tap out faster than you.
Yes.
And if you could turtle enough and hide long enough and land 12 on Optimus in the first swing of attacks,
You're probably winning.
I don't know how fast they can recover from that. And then an Inferno Breath for a surprise 3 more, and then he's down to 1.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's...
no, that's... he's dead.
Dead. He has 14, yeah.
Yeah.
So this is my opinion. This is... I don't think this is a 4-wide deck.
And I'm not saying this is a 3-wide prime killer.
No.
I'm saying it should be a decent matchup to keep them on their toes. I hope.
You got to get all the cards in your hand for that.
Right.
Right. But I think this
Well, you're definitely going to get this card in your hand.
Right, yeah. I think this is a little more than a 4-wide. I look at this as a 6-wide blue deck because you're almost guaranteed 2 extra attacks with these guys, at least before the first wheel turn. And if you
21, 28, what is that, 37 health?
Mm-hmm. And then with swap missions, it becomes just ridiculous. It becomes a 8 to 9 wide. Last action, security checkpoint, obviously. Double blues.
When do I play this?
Almost never.
Against Dreadwing, yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. And Battlefield Report fodder and Detour fodder.
Yep. Yeah, there's obviously plays where you're going to play this, but you're mainly using your action phase to push damage through. Mm-hmm. Whether it's Inferno Breath, whether it's Calculated Strike, or whether you're untapping Soundwave.
The bigger they are.
Bigger they are. Yeah, this is probably going to be your last resort 99% of the time. So that's it for me. I don't have a sideboard built yet. Again, I was on vacation this week. It was the last thing I was thinking about.
Potential sideboard.
Let's talk about a potential sideboard.
So you said... keep it up, it's fine.
Okay.
You said it's good to have multiple secret actions.
Yep.
So what about dampening field? When revealed, one of your characters defends, your opponent, not you, your opponent can't flip more than 4 battle cards during this battle.
Great against bugs, great against Hot Wheels.
Anything with bold.
Yeah.
Should stop them dead in their tracks. I brought in 2, and that'll keep them guessing with how many secret actions and what's going on every time you play.
Another blank on defense, but depending on what you take out.
And it still keeps out, like if you still swap this with Vaporize, you're still at 5 whites, you're still decent.
Right.
I chucked in the Disarms just for Battle Masters.
Yeah, these are pretty much the same cards, I would say.
Well, this could pop off all their crap.
Right, yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Kills a Battle Master, which is probably the only thing.
Espionage. Maybe if I run into... Combiners for some reason, area ball still floating around. Maybe I see a Prime BL, grab an action I don't like. Maybe.
Play testing.
Right. I also tossed in Infiltrate. Negate an orange action.
Any orange action.
Yes.
So if you're going up against Hot Wheels, I would negate the Confidence because they're probably digging for something they need. New ruling says you do not have to reveal your secret action.
Right.
You can wait if you want to gamble that they're digging maybe for a
PTT.
Supercharge or Peace Through Tyranny.
Yeah.
Maybe wait. I would just...
You see PTT at the table. No, stop, please. And I threw in another secret action. Take cover. If one or more of your characters would take non-attack damage during your opponent's turn, instead your characters don't take any. I threw that in for maybe people are going to read this and maybe toss in a 1 of Photon Bomb. But then, like, what are the odds of you actually knowing when the Photon Bomb is in their hand?
Right.
That literally comes down to, like, just prime flipping and grabbing it from the scrap.
I mean, there's other instances.
He didn't already play in action. Like
other instances, one shall stand, one shall fall. That's good because they still take the 3 damage, but you're not taking the 3 damage in return.
If one of you would take it... Yeah.
So they're doing 3 of themselves for no good reason.
Yes, that's correct. It does not negate it like Infiltrate. It lets it sort of go through. Okay.
Other things, Metroplex, Magnus's ability.
Metroplex, yes. Squishing my bugs if someone's still running that.
Yep.
In a competitive environment, very, very strange, but I'm sure someone can make that work.
Have not tested the sideboard yet, I don't believe.
No. Not going to get a good, decent chance to test it until Gen Con.
Yeah.
Trial by fire.
Yes. So this served me very well last week. It is also a ton of fun.
Sideboard character, what would you do? My only thought was that. I don't know why I would do it, but...
I was thinking maybe Major Shockwave, but then...
You put Shockwave in there, it destroys the synergy of like 40% of 90% of everything, 60% of the time. Right,
maybe you swap out Heavy-Handed and then...
You lose the big play with Laserbeak, you lose the swap missions, I don't see it.
Character-wise, that's probably the only... whoever that is, Tote... is probably the only play.
People were saying Decepticon Shockwave, not Major. You can't do Major Shockwaves 14.
Yeah, you could get rid of all these.
You can do that. That is a viable option. Yes. You'd have to get rid of Detour also now.
Yeah. So it's a 2 wide and it's probably
2 wide. Oh, you want to go that way?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh my god! You got to take out the swap missions. You got to take out the
cutlasses. Would be
cutlasses. Oh my god! 3, 6, 9. That's your whole sideboard right there. 3 cards.
Right. I mean, this would be.
Spot becomes pointless-ish.
If you're tapped out.
This probably isn't going to do anything because their attack's too big.
Right.
That's too much. It's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No, that's 10 cards right there. Nope.
Do not sideboard major
3,
shockwave.
6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Radical sideboard. I don't know about that one.
Yeah. So we're looking at mainly Tote, and I think Tote's a lot worse than Detour in this scenario.
That's why we don't. Probably not gonna. Not all. I just bring a character just to say I have a sideboard character, so my sideboard is legal.
Right. Well, you guys let us know. What do you guys think about sideboard characters?
Omega Supreme. Yeah, just have I bring Battlefield Legend. Like have him off to the side. So like nudge it towards my opponent. Like this is my sideboard. Like what is he gonna do next?
Yeah, really mess with him. Again, it's a ton of fun. I think I heard someone call it oppressive.
I don't know if it's oppressive. It could be fun to play.
Yeah, I mean, there's not a lot you can do with it, right? Again, if you're playing against it, the one card that negates pierce damage.
The point defense system.
Yeah.
-2 pierce.
Yeah. There's not a whole lot you can do when all your damage is pierce or direct damage. So that's all I got.
That's all I got. That's all Wreck 'Em Rule has. That's all we got.
See you guys next time.
There's a next time.
Ooh.